Hello everybody and welcome to Purple Table Tarot. My name is Robin and I will be reading for Gemini this evening. So Gemini, I had started your reading and I laid out the spread and then my little microphone conked out. And so I'm just starting over. I'm not going to reshuffle the cards because I feel like this is these cards were coming out and I had started the message. So either way, this reading is called Should I Stay or Should I Go? Okay, this can apply to a relationship, a work environment, a living environment, anything where you're thinking, oh, maybe you should go somewhere else. Okay, so I've cleansed the space again. And if this resonates, wonderful. Like, comment, and subscribe, and you can even share. If it does not, just go ahead and check your other zodiacal placements, okay? So, and I will be checking my little microphone periodically to make sure that it's still on, which it is. So, your present situation is the moon, all right? Now, you could be in a space where you're not entirely sure what to do, all right? Hence clicking on this video. But you could also be second guessing your assessment of a situation as well. Kind of being like, is this really happening? Am I crazy? What's going on here? So you're kind of in that space, all right? And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Swords. And so there's a lot of anxiety and worry about the situation right now. Perhaps you've been experiencing some sleepless nights. Maybe this can be an invitation for you to pay attention to your dreams. You know, if you're able to remember those, then, you know, keep a pad of paper by your bed and a pen and like just jot down some things that you remember shortly after waking up. That can be very helpful. So with the moon here and the Nine of Swords, you want to pay attention to your dreams. Okay? Now, what is blocking you from moving on? We have the Nine of Wands. And so that says to me that despite feeling pretty beat up in the situation, that you're continuing to move forward and you may be feeling pretty guarded, you know, due to the fact that you've been experiencing some, you know, you could be experiencing some mistreatment in this context, whatever it is, but despite that, you're continuing forward. It's like you've taken your lumps, but you want to see it through, whatever it is, okay? So that's preventing you from moving on here. Now, what is supporting you is the Hanged Man. So I think that that's really wise because, you know, to me, that says that you are not doing anything about the situation as of yet, and you're still just kind of, you know, chilling, staying centered in the space and trying to get the perspective, right? Because I get the sense that you really don't know what to trust at this point. Like if you can trust your own perceptions of the situation. So it'll be really interesting to see what comes out in the clarification because, you know, situations such as that, there are going to be other people involved. You know, we'll see what's going on. But right now, what is supporting you is just being still, not taking any action, and just kind of waiting to get more information to kind of assess the situation more clearly. Okay? Now, what to expect if you stay? You can expect the Three of Cups. You can expect friendship. So let's say, for instance, this is a work situation. Maybe you're in a toxic work environment. Just an example, I don't know for sure. But you could be telling yourself, oh, well, at least I have some cool friends at work. You know, something like that, right? And that is like the best you could hope for. You know, say because like the job or the company just isn't the best, right? So that's what you can expect if you stay in your current situation, is you have some fun friends there, wherever that is. Okay. Now, what are the benefits of staying? the Three of Pentacles. And that's underneath the Nine of Wands. So that to me says that you are seeing a project through. There's some sort of foundation that you're trying, excuse me, some sort of foundation that you're trying to lay, for a strong, wanting to have a strong foundation to build something up. So the Nine of Wands could say, yeah, despite some sort of toxic funkiness that's happening, and, maybe you've been experiencing some level of hurt, that you're going to see it through because you're actually quite dedicated to the project at hand, whatever it is. Okay. And you want to see it through. That's what I'm getting here. But the other thing is that, like, it's kind of beginning to, like, weigh a little bit, Okay. I'm, like, super paranoid about my microphone now. All right. So, benefits of staying. What is blocking you from progress in the situation? The Ace of Swords. That's blocking you from progress in the situation. Some sort of truth could have come out. Some sort of truth came out. There was a revelation of some kind. Perhaps there's an idea that you have, some sort of contribution that you want to make, and that's being blocked somehow. So maybe what is blocking you from progressing in this context is, somebody else had a really good idea too. I'm not entirely sure, but I get the sense that there's some sort of revelation, some sort of truth, something, some piece of information here, either an idea or some communication that really brought some light to the subject here. Okay. What to expect if you leave? The Fool. A whole brand new cycle. That's kind of nice that it's in that spot, huh? Like, this is what to expect if you leave. A fresh beginning, a brand new start. Seems pretty straightforward. And that's no, you have 3 major arcana. No, you have 4. You have 4. Because what to expect if you leave, what are the benefits of leaving? The benefits of leaving is the Temperance. So this, people often acknowledge how this is like patience, remaining calm in a situation, having patience for a situation. But another aspect of the Temperance card is that this is actually like a deep change, deep personal change. So if you think of it this way, say that there's someone who's like a steel worker, right? And you take like this rough piece of steel and you're going to put it in a fire and then bang it into shape. And you're basically tempering it to become a shiny, sharp, magnificent sword, which is which is similar because of the components, but very different in its function, right? So the benefit of leaving is that this situation, like you would start a new journey and then you would be on the road to having a transformation, okay? Which is brilliant. Okay. So I'll go ahead and get some clarifying cards for you. And you'll be able to see me shuffle these ones. Okay, and I'm definitely curious, with the moon, like what is behind the moon? It's so intriguing when that card comes out because it's like, ooh, mystery. What's there? Because this is your present situation. Your present situation is the moon. You could be dealing with a Pisces, well, you're not a Pisces, you're a Gemini, but you could be dealing with a Pisces. You could have Pisces in your chart. The Fool is often synonymous with Aries. The Hanged Man is also Pisces. And the moon is also connected to Cancer. So a lot of water energy. Okay. And then Temperance is Sagittarius. So you could have those zodiac signs in your chart, or you could be dealing with those folks. But just take it as it resonates. It doesn't really have to be anything like, if it doesn't apply, that's okay too. Okay, so the moon. So for the moon, we have the Tower, the Star, and the Ace of Cups. Yeah. You have hope in this situation that there will be healing of some kind. And with that, I think you're looking for a fresh start in love. What I get from this is that there was a tower moment between you and another person. Okay? And after that tower moment, it's like you have hope that this can be repaired. There was a rupture, and now you want to make repair, and you have a lot of hope for that, and that's really what you want. That would be a wish fulfillment for you with the star next to the tower. And what you're wishing for is to restore this love, to restore the love and start fresh. Perhaps, so here's two things. Either you are hoping for a fresh start with the same person to have repair work there, or you're saying to yourself, okay, well, this tower moment came in and wiped the slate clean. I really hope that we can transform this relationship and still have love between us, even if it's whatever role that the relationship takes, okay? But you have a lot of love here. And with the moon over this, I get the sense that you don't know. With the Nine of Swords, you're worrying about it, okay? This was big. There was a tower moment, okay? And with the moon, you're like, I don't know if this person's going to do repair with me. I don't know. And so, that to me says that you also have fear that there won't be any repair, and there might not be any healing. There might not be any coming back from this tower, okay? And so I can see that for sure. So let's look at the Nine of Wands. What was the context here? Because, you got this gal in this card. She's holding a rose, right? Which is beautiful. But it's like there are all these thorns. And then like her blouse, you can see that it's been like, torn by the thorns. And then she's like mended the blouse like so many times, right? So we'll see what this is about here. Because that would tell me like if this is whoever you're dealing with, or whatever whatever you're dealing with, whoever you're dealing with here, you may have been mistreated at different points and repeatedly. So we'll see, okay? Okay, Gemini? Okay, so Nine of Wands. Four of Cups wanted to hop out. I'm holding it a little bit away because I hold it like this and then it gets all picked up on the thing, on the microphone. Apologies, okay. King of Cups, Queen of Swords, Four of Pentacles. This is intense. This is quite something. And I mean, the Four of Pentacles is not in between you guys. Okay, so Gemini, Queen of Swords. Sorry for shifting. Queen of Swords. I'm thinking that's you. And you're dealing with the King of Cups here. And either you or both of you or the other person, I mean, I would imagine it's you because that's clarifying the Nine of Wands. You're feeling guarded, you're feeling wounded, but you're like, I'm in it to win it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm in it to win it. Like, I'm not letting go of this at all. I'm going to ride it till the wheels fall off. Like, if we have the Four of Pentacles coupled with the Nine of Wands, you're riding it till the wheels come off. But the thing is that you're trying to remain very logical. And so I get the sense that there was some sort of like, maybe there was some sort of miscommunication and either you or your person spoke rather harshly, which was pretty out of the ordinary for you guys because the King of Cups is here. And so that tells me that there's a lot of love, that there's a lot of love here. Okay. There's a lot of love. But someone, either you or your person, is feeling a bit pissed right now and can be like really feeling like you want to, cut a bitch. I'm sorry, but that's the energy. But, maybe said some harsh words, right? Said some harsh words. So that's what I'm seeing for the Nine of Wands, okay? Now, and that is what's blocking you from moving forward right now. That's what's blocking you from moving on, is that there is a lot of love between you guys, and this is blocking you from moving on. You're holding on. Either you and your person are holding on. I'm inclined to say that it's you because the Nine of Wands is here and this is your reading. Okay. All right. And then on the bottom, just then we have the Queen of Cups right on the bottom before I started shuffling. Okay. What is currently supporting you? So currently supporting you is that you are mindful enough, Queen of Swords. You're very mindful enough to just like not do anything. Enough has already been done and you're just like, oh my gosh, let's just have the dust settle. Okay, that's supporting you right now, is not doing anything. Okay, and let's look at that. Seven of Wands, Seven of Swords, and the King of Wands. Okay. You're feeling pretty guarded. Something, yeah. What did this King of Wands do? I don't know, but there's the Seven of Swords in between the Seven of Wands and the King. Okay. And so you could really just be hanging back and not doing anything, but also feeling pretty defensive right now with this King of Wands, because I get the sense that there was some sort of dishonesty happening, okay? But look I really like this. The King of Wands is continuing to look toward you, like toward this person, this figure who's feeling rather defended. All right. But that's what has transpired between you guys, is that there was some sneaky energy, some squirrely communication, right? Maybe not even full on, like, because this is basically kind of like my lying by omission card. It's like trying to get away with something. It doesn't always it doesn't necessarily have to mean cheating with another person, okay? It really can be like not speaking one's message fully, like kind of just giving like a half truth, or just dishonesty. Maybe this person said something really shitty and maybe they were really mad and they didn't mean it. It could be that way as well. And you could have done the same with them, but I'm getting a sense that maybe you were the one who was wronged here. I don't know. I can't really quite tell, but the King of Wands is looking inward, staying present, looking inward. And you're the one that's feeling defensive, and you're the one, and I'm not trying to be like, you're the one, but you are feeling defensive, and you also got this Nine of Wands here, okay? And that, like, as we discussed, you know, some mistreatment, like I mentioned in the beginning of the reading. Okay, so let's look at this Three of Cups. This is what to expect if you stay. Do you still get to be friends? What's up with that? Because I see an Ace of Cups here. And the Hope, Healing card. So this tells me that, you know, there could have been a breakup here, or at least there was definitely a fight. There was something happened. Something big. Okay, what to expect if you stay. Three of Cups. Getting downgrade. Well, I mean, friendship is lovely. You know, friendship is beautiful and wonderful. Depends on the context, you know, but if you were in a love relationship and something went down, and then now, you know, you're being offered the friend zone, I could see how that would be a bummer. Okay, Three of Cups. The other thing that I was going to say as I was shuffling is that the Three of Cups, there could be a third party involved because we have the Three of Pentacles down here as well. And this is clearly not a work reading, okay? And given that the sneakiness with the Seven of Swords, I don't know what was revealed. Okay, so let's look at this Three of Cups. Three of Cups, what could you expect if you stay? Either friendship or continuing to stay involved in a part of a third party situation that you may or may not know about. I imagine that if you knew about it, depending upon what kind of relationship structure you got going on with this person and your own personal practice and things like that, could be fine or it could not be fine, right? So, Three of Cups, you have the Page of Swords, the Eight of Wands, and the Magician. Excuse me. I'm inclined to say that what you can expect if you stay is a friendship, because with the Page of Swords and the Eight of Wands and the Magician, that is somebody wanting to have a conversation. And not just wanting to have a conversation, like a conversation needs to be had. There needs to be some sort of gesture to initiate a conversation. And then there's the Eight of Wands, which is communication, messages coming in, okay? And then we have the Magician here. So the Magician is manifesting a conversation for you guys to come back together, at least to have a conversation about this Tower moment, okay? And that makes sense to me because you have the star right next to this, which is a wish for repair. And how do we repair when there's been a rupture of some kind? We have to talk about it. We have to connect and communicate and work it out. Because I get the sense that whatever this was, sharp words were spoken, and this could also be a pattern or a dynamic that is a part of this, because this has happened before. Okay? This has happened before. And so I'm thinking this is a discussion about a dynamic between you and this King of Wands here. Okay? All right. Okay. So what to expect if you stay? You have a conversation. And friends can talk to one another. That would tell me with the Three of Cups there would be a good foundation upon which to have that discussion. This is good. This is really good. Okay? That's very positive to support this hope that you have here. Okay. Three of Pentacles. Okay, what do I expect if I stay? Blah blah blah. And pardon me for looking at the notes. It's a new reading. What are the benefits of staying? Is the Three of Pentacles. You can continue to build. You can continue to work on this. And like I said before, you want to ride this till the wheels come off, right? You got the Nine of Wands and the Four of Pentacles. Like, you want to see this through. You're like, I ain't giving up on this. I'm not giving up on this. So, and with the King of Cups here, like, you really love this person. You really love this person, but, we'll see, right? Because, we'll see. Okay, so Three of Pentacles. What are the benefits of staying? Knight of Wands, the Empress, and the Six of Pentacles. Okay. The benefits of staying. And the Empress is in the middle, and that is a really strong, positive, gentle, loving, nurturing energy. Okay. And she grows things. And to have her be a part of this Three of Pentacles, where they both have that energy in common of wanting to build, wanting to create a strong foundation. And that's how we create strong foundations, whether it's with friends, family members, lovers, whatever, right? Is that we have conversations and we repair and heal after there's been a rupture. That strengthens the foundation. That's actually, and it's interesting because sometimes people say, oh my God, if we have a fight or an argument or something like that, it's like too much, or it's just whatever, right? It's kind of like a catastrophe. Some people think that, oh, well, it's only really healthy if you never have an argument or if you never have this or that. Not true. Like, healthy relationships do have ruptures, but what makes them stronger is that there's rupture, then repair. Okay. Now, if the ruptures are multiple and it's over and over and over, and there's a really funky dynamic where like nothing that was said is sinking in, and there's some sort of abuse involved, then that's not okay. That's not healthy. Okay. So there's my little soapbox moment there. Okay. Now, Three of Pentacles, the Empress, growing, nurturing, making it healthy, making it good. And I see the Knight of Wands. There's a lot of energy, a lot of libido behind this as well. Okay. I don't get this Knight of Wands figure as like, oh, there's a player in the mix and blah, blah, blah. I get the sense that given that it's right next to the Empress, that you have a lot of drive and desire to build this. And this would really speak to the energy that's coming off of the beginning of the reading with the hope here, with the star card. Okay. A lot of major arcana going on in this. So this is also very significant. This situation is very significant because of the arcana, the majors that are here. The more majors you have in a reading, like definitely the more significant. Like even if you get like 2 majors in a reading, it's significant for sure. Okay. And so what we see here is that, you know, you wanting to build it up to a place where you can get back to equal give and take, where things can be fair, you know? And I believe that there is a part of you, because with the Knight of Wands energy, there's a lot of passion behind the situation. It's fire of fire. So, and then there's this communication, and even the Queen of Wands, or Queen of Swords rather. I really feel like you want to have a conversation with your person about fairness. What is fair? What will you accept and what will you not accept, right? Because it's very important. It's very important, like having fair treatment. Fair treatment. And because we see the scales. The scales are a part of the 6 of Pentacles. That's balance. That's balance. Perhaps this argument was about something that fell out of balance between you guys. You know, is the relationship fair and balanced? You know, is this somewhat unrequited? I don't know. Given that the King of Cups is here with the Queen of Swords, I get the sense that this is you and your person and that there is a lot of love here. Okay? Okay, microphone, don't fail me now. All right, because this is a really good reading. I really like this reading. It's really good. Okay, so that those are the benefits of staying, is that you continue to grow and you continue to build a strong foundation here. Yeah, that's good. That's good. What is blocking you from progress in this situation? And that's the Ace of Swords. So we're going to see some truth. There was a revelation here. What was it? What was it? What was this Ace of Swords? Four of Cups, 10 of Cups, 10 of Swords. So it looks like, oh, and here's the other thing. This is underneath in alignment with the defensive energy, 7 of Wands, 7 of Swords, King of Wands. Okay, so remember what I was saying earlier about the 7 of Swords. So there's been some deception with regard to withholding, okay? Perhaps your person was, you know, misrepresenting themselves. Maybe their words and their actions were not matching up. That's a possibility here, okay? So for the Ace of Swords, the truth, the revelation, we have the 4 of Cups, the 10 of Cups, and the 10 of Swords. So that tells me that your person came in, or, you know, they didn't, maybe they didn't even like come in there, because they're just kind of sitting there, right? The 4 of Cups is this energy of someone that's just kind of like, you know, it's like, here's the universe handing you, here's this miracle, right? Like a freaking hand is coming out of a cloud, and this person they're not even noticing it entirely. And if they did notice it, they're like, oh, What's so special about that, you know? And so then we got that, this, and this. This person is not in a space, in a head space, in a heart space, to fully accept this cup, which on its own is one cup, which is an ace, right? But this is the 4 because they're looking off at the 3 of cups. Okay? They're just kind of focused on this 3. And it's kind of like, okay, well, what do these 3 cups mean to this person? You know? And I get the sense that this is your person. But take the energies as they resonate. If they're flipped, then they're flipped, okay? But here it is. I get the sense that this person does not know how to fully accept and take in the 10 of Cups energy. Like, here's the 10 of Cups. It's everything that anyone could ever hope and wish for, okay? But due to their apathy or lack of interest and basically wanton rejection, you know, because this is rejection. This is the rejection card. This person is not taking that cup that the universe is handing them, okay? And so with the rejection of the 10 of Cups, we have the 10 of Swords, which is an ending, right? It's a betrayal, or at least it's a breach of trust. It could also be death by 1,000 cuts, is what I like to call it as well, which leads me to believe that this is a dynamic, which is really kind of funky because we do have the King of Cups here. So it's like, what is going on? And given that, with the 4 Pentacles, this could also speak to energy of not just holding on like, oh, I want to ride this till the wheels fall off, which I feel like is you, okay, Queen of Swords. But the Pentacles, 4 Pentacles, could also be holding it close to the vest. Holding it close to the vest, not revealing how, you know, one truly feels. You know, being, because this can also be like a depression, just kind of like a, you know, like, well, I don't even know what the use is in trying. Everything's just going to take a shit anyway, you know? And I'm not trying to get down on folks who are in that headspace. Sometimes people just can't help it, right? You know, it's like a whatever it is. It's just like the situation is what it is. But this person is not in a space to take the cup. They're rejecting it. And what's inside that cup is the pathway to the 10 of Cups. It's the beginning. It's the first step to the 10 of Cups. And you want to offer this person that cup again. Despite this Tower, you have hope for all this healing. You're like, please just take this cup. You know? Oh, I'm feeling that for you, Gemini. But this was the point I was going to make earlier, okay? Given that there's a rejection here, there's a very sad, painful ending. But it's interesting, like I said, death by 1,000 cuts. Here we have the 9 of Wands, which I wanted to call it the 9 of Swords. But we have the nine cuts. The 9 cuts on her blouse. And it's like, I'm still trying, I'm still going, you know. And so this could have happened before. And that can happen. Where you kind of, you get right to a place and it's like, oh, no. You know, I don't want that. I can't accept that right now. I'm not in a space to accept that. And so then that hurts like hell. You know, with the 10 of Swords there. That freaking hurts. That's rough, man. That's really, really rough. Okay. Queen of Cups on the bottom again. Okay. This is breaking my heart, Gemini. Okay. So that is what is blocking you from progress in this situation. The truth of the matter is that this person is not in a space to move forward with you. They can't take the 10 of Cups. Okay. What to expect if you leave? The Fool. A fresh start. Brand new cycle. Brand new cycle. Okay. So let's see what would be on this path. Okay. Oh, yeah. All right. Okay. What to expect if you leave? Yes, you would be starting a whole brand new path with the Fool. And then we have the Devil on the bottom. Okay. And I think that this is significant as well. Because to clarify the Fool, we have the 10 of Wands, the 6 of Cups, and the 2 of Wands. This says to me that moving forward by yourself would be would be really hard, because this is a soul bond that you have with this person. And then with the Devil at the bottom of the deck, this could be a trauma bond. Okay? Whenever I get the Devil with the 6 of Cups, that says childhood. So this situation, this soul bond, is an echo of a trauma bond. It's an echo of an early attachment wound. And as we've seen, dynamics, right? Like I said earlier, this has happened before with all the little cuts on her blouse. This person has taken their lumps. And despite that, they still want to heal and they still want to offer the cup, or you still want to heal, you still want to offer your cup. There's nothing wrong with that. It makes perfect sense. That drive and that desire is actually what's behind that is a deeply healthy want. Because what that says is that you want healing. But what you're trying to heal through this connection is this: the earliest wound. The earliest wound. And coming together with this person, just really, like, if you could just get that person, then it would make this okay. And a lot of times this kind of stuff is unconscious. Okay? But what is behind it, what is driving it, is a very healthy want to connect in love. But the sad part is, the hard part, the very, very hard, very, very difficult part, is knowing that and accepting it. And that's a lot to unpack. Because of the way in which you need to heal from that, so you don't continue to recapitulate, that means like repeat, the same type of relationship dynamic with each person that you continue to, join with, come together with, date, love, all the things, that you're not repeating that same, you're not somehow unconsciously drawn to the same type of person. Okay, but here's the other thing, because I know that can sound blaming, like, you just choose the wrong people. No, we could think, people who end up hurting us repeatedly, don't show up on the first date being like, I'm going to hurt you repeatedly. You want to go out again? Like, everyone would be like, no. So initially, it's freaking great, right? Initially, it's the best ever. And then it's like little by little by little, you get these little cuts, right? Okay. And so over time, my point is that the unpacking of this, which is your history, unpacking your history, then you know what to look for. So then the first sign of some shit, you can be like, I know exactly where this is going, and I wish you well. You know, you might give it a chance or two after that. You might let it go the first time, but if the same shit happens again, then you know. You're like, okay, we had this conversation and nothing changed. I'm still getting cut here. Okay? And that's not okay. So what you can expect if you leave, you can expect a brand new beginning for yourself. And it's going to be very hard because you're going to be walking away from a soul bond, right? Somebody that you love so deeply and that you have really wonderful memories with. I mean, this person feels like home to you during the good times. They feel like home to you. But the dynamic that is taking place is an echo of the past. And so this is like an experience of a trauma bond. And that is really, really hard. And so, you know, moving forward here on the Fool's Journey, there's the Two of Wands. I'm going to check my microphone. Please don't. Yes, the light is still green. Okay. I think that it's like, okay, you're going to be unpacking this in some way, right? You know, reflecting on it. You could very well be continuing to try, but with the Fool, it's a brand new cycle, okay? Brand new cycle. Who knows? Maybe you'll leave to go start a brand new cycle, and then, you know, I don't know. I'm not going to go on to that. Whatever. Let me get back. Let me get back to what I was saying. Okay, so it's going to be really hard to unpack this trauma bond, and then you find that with the Two of Wands, you're kind of like, okay, you could be in here. Like, should I stay or should I go? You know, you're at this crossroads here with the Two of Wands upon the clarifying the Fool. This is clarifying the Fool, okay? Do you stay and try again with your Six of Cups person, which here is represented by the wand that's bolted to the wall? It's a stationary wand. This ain't going anywhere. This, you have the world in your hand, and there you are looking out onto the horizon. Okay, a new day is dawning. You know, this is just gorgeous, beautiful, all the things. And you have a new inspiration in hand, right there. New inspiration in hand. So you're like, okay, that's what's clarifying the Fool and the Two of Wands. You're going to have a choice here, because I see so badly you want to repair this. Okay? So much so you do. So much so that you've been worrying about it like crazy. Not that you're crazy, but it's like a lot. You've been worrying about it a lot. And then there's the Two of Swords right under there, which is stalemate energy. No one's talking. And then there's Six of Cups right under that. Eight of Wands right under that. Like, it could just go on. Judgment after that. Like, oh my God. Going to be a communication, messages, and then you're going to have to make a choice. And Judgment is like a freaking, it is a life-changing decision. Life-changing. Okay? This is all connected, man. as is in tarot. Okay, but this is a very clear message. But what I'm seeing is that this reading is giving you information. It's not going to tell you what to do. And whatever you decide is going to be exactly the way it needs to go. Because let's say, for instance, you're like, okay, should I stay or should I go? I'm going to stay, because the Fool is a brand new cycle. It could be a new cycle by yourself, or it can be a new cycle that you end up getting repair on and offering your cup again, and then you go around the mulberry bush again. Okay? And if that were to happen, it would be happening after this conversation. Okay? After this conversation, you hopefully would repair. Okay? If that's your goal and that's what you want. So it's a new cycle either way. But this is saying what to expect if you leave. If you leave, it would be really hard. It would feel really burdensome. It would feel really heavy for a while. It would feel really heavy for a bit. But if you continue to try in your healing, you're going to heal this trauma wound, okay? By unpacking this. And the Ten of Wands speaks to identity. Wands speak to identity as well. So you could be unpacking like all the different ways in which you show up, all the different ways, all the different actions that you do, and like, I don't know, just all the choices you make, like just all this stuff, all the things. But I ultimately see that with the Fool, it's going to be hard at first, and you're going to get a lot of reflection. You're going to be, thinking about a lot of memories with this person and from your own life before this person, and that, you leave that wand behind. That dynamic that you've carried with you is going to stay bolted to the wall. It doesn't need to come with you. This is staying. It's not coming with you. And this wand here is a brand new inspiration, a brand new direction, a brand new start. You have the World in your hand. The World in the tarot signifies the closing of a cycle. And then the World in this person's hand with the one wand that they're going is that the cycle ended, but now there's a brand new cycle starting again, and a brand new cycle with the Fool. Okay? So I think I've definitely explained the shit out of that completely, but I wanted to put that into context with regard to this kind of situation. Okay? Okay. Because what are the benefits of leaving? Temperance. Remember what I said before about being reforged, being tempered. It's like you're a piece of raw, rough steel, okay? You're the Queen of Swords, Gemini. That's your sign, the air, air element. Being reforged in the fire, plunged into the fire, taken out, being, like hammered on, but in an effort, because that hurts. It hurts like hell, right? But the thing is that you go through it, and after it's done, it's like you're the same but different, right? It's like, yeah, I was a piece of raw steel before, but now I'm a shiny, sharp blade, and I'm going to wield myself and my intellect and my power to cut through the fucking bullshit that comes my way, so I don't find myself in some toxic horseshit relationship that's just recapitulating some wounds from a long time ago. You know, that kind of stuff, the repetition compulsion is real, yo. It is real. I am telling you. Repetition compulsion, and we all do it. We all do it. Especially those of us that, you know, folks that have had trauma in their background, really rough, you know, relationships with their early caregivers, things like that. Ultimately, what's behind it is a very, very, very healthy want to repair, to undo, you know, to make good, to make right, and to get that love, you know, to get that love. So I'm going to make a reference here to a movie. I hope you guys have seen it. It's called Silence of the Lambs. Okay? Now, if you have not seen that movie, which I'm sure probably all of you have, but if you haven't seen that movie, go and watch that movie. If you like horror films, and this is just a quick aside, I won't get too off the base, but I don't want to give it away, but there's this part in the movie where one of the characters says to the other main character, he says, you think if you could save that lamb, that, you know, you think if you could save this one person, that the lambs will stop screaming. So Clarice Starling was totally, without even fully knowing it, so convinced and so driven, had so much dedication and drive to the cause because there was a history there that didn't even involve the person that she was trying to save. Brilliant movie. Oh my God, it's one of my absolute favorite movies. It's pretty brutal, but it's fucking amazing. But it speaks to that very thing. The things that we do, we might not even be conscious of, is that we're trying to right a wrong, basically. So it makes sense, right? Okay, let's look at temperance here, okay? Okay, temperance. What are the benefits of leaving? You'll come out of this anew, reforged in fire, but oh, so much sharper for it. So, like, just being able to cut through the stuff. Okay, let's see here. Temperance. Okay, temperance is clarified by the 5 of Swords, the 7 of Cups, and the 3 of Cups. So the 7 of Cups can be, you know, on the surface it's very confusing. It's like there's clouded judgment. There can be like, you know, with this temperance, I don't see like, oh, this is the ultimate outcome. I see this as a part of the journey. What are the benefits of leaving? Is that through this process of temperance, because this is going to be like the tone and tenor of the period of life that you would be entering into. It's going to be confusing. It's going to be emotional. You know, and all for good reason. You're working stuff out. You're working all this stuff out, okay? It's going to be confusing. You'll get into arguments with your therapist. You could even self-sabotage along the way. You know, think of it this way. Relapse is a part of recovery. You know, fighting with yourself, fighting with the different things that you could choose. And then there's Three of Cups. And we have the Three of Cups back here. You could choose to continue to be friends with this person. I don't know. Or this can be this can be actually saying that you're going to call in your close confidants and supports, right? It can be fun, lighthearted energy where it's like, okay, I need to get out of this confusion and get away from this drama because this process is super hard and exhausting. So please, can we also break this process up a little bit right now and go out and get some margaritas? You know what I mean? So it's like there's going to be fun times mingled in with this process that is fucking hard. Because if you are trying to work on the collapse of this relationship here, and then you come to discover that, oh, I have a lot of trauma work to do. I mean, if you've never been, you know what I mean? Like if you've never been in therapy and this is a whole brand new concept and the whole thing, and you're just starting off, that's a lot of unpacking to do. Because you want to get to a place where, like I said, forged in fire, brand new sharp sword, so that when you move beyond your healing, that when you continue to get into the next relationship, that you will be able to cut through those red flags. You see the red flag, okay, I really like Dan or whatever is, or Mary, okay, I really like them. This little thing here kind of reminds me of this old bullshit, but I'm aware of it. I see it. I'm willing to give them the benefit of the doubt. Let me see. Okay. Then it goes good. Happens again, then you know, right? Then you know. So that's, you're strengthening this. This is the final thing because you already have this power inside of you. You already have this like clear, clean, cutting intellect that's just like so sharp. And you have all kinds of love in your heart that you need to get back to yourself. Getting back to yourself, you know, taking your old rusty sword and getting it right, polishing it up, sharpening it. Because if you've been in this kind of dynamic again and again and again, and this is like not the first time that you've been cut, okay? And there's death by 1,000 cuts here because this person just continues to reject the 10 of Cups that you're offering, then you can heal from that. And that after this whole period of temperance, coming right back out stronger than ever, okay? And being able to not recapitulate this, okay? It's a lot of information, but that's what I'm seeing throughout this whole thing. And then at the bottom, you got the Four of Wands, stability, happy home. And there's a partnership here. Yep. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. This is tough. This is really tough. I mean, you want to build a stronger foundation here. It's like, here we are. We have a trajectory. If only we could do this, right? And overlook this. Overlook this behavior This inconsistency between actions and words, because the truth is this. This is where your person is at. This is the truth. And if someone's like this, they can't be with anybody. And that's okay, because guess what? They have their own healing to do. And I don't know what's going to happen for your person. This person could be a recapitulation of a trauma bond from early on. Who knows, right? But you have experienced something here that's very reminiscent of that kind of dynamic that took place, of continuing to go, because this is rejection. This is rejecting. This rejecting energy. Apathetic. I feel sad for this person, because look at what they're missing out on. It doesn't mean that this person is bad or any of that business. It just means that they are completely in their own space. They have their own work to do. Okay? They have their own work to do. Because if you can't take this, if you can't accept something like this from somebody like this, I don't know what's going on with you. Okay? But you are healing. You are on the precipice of that. That is the benefit of leaving. If you stay, I don't know. You'll have a friend. I don't know what would happen if you stayed. The benefit of staying is that you could continue to work. The Empress would continue to work. Okay, want to grow some foundation. But with the Knight of Wands, you have that passion, but who knows, right? If this can also signify your other person, I don't know. Sometimes the reading can shift its narrative given what ends up coming out after, and this is this is hard to ignore. The truth of the matter. Okay, I'm going to stop talking about the tarot piece now. Okay, that's what I have for you for the tarot portion, Gemini. And I'm going to do some oracles for you. Okay, I'm going to do Spirit of the Animals. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. This was a really long reading. Thank you for hanging in there. I really hope that this was helpful. If it was, and you've watched this far, please hit the like button and leave a comment. Totally. Comment, ask a question, ask any question. Okay? Heron, patience. Create a place in nature's stillness and be renewed. Take time alone to find balance. Step confidently toward your purpose. Patience will bring you rewards. I'm going to put that kind of near this Hanged Man energy. That's where I feel like that speaks to the Hanged Man energy. But take it as it resonates for you, for sure. Okay. Oopsie. I am going to say one last thing about this tarot piece. Okay, now look. Never mind. I was going to say, if you were to decide to stay, it would still be hard. If you decide to continue with your person, it's still hard. Because this is also continuing to try. Okay? Just so you know. But it's up to you. Any decision you make will be the right one. Any decision you make will absolutely be the right one. Because we make our choices and we get clearer. That's all it is. It's life. It's an experiment. It's a grand experiment. It's just more information. That's all it is. And it's perfectly okay. Making the right decisions. Today I will search for my own truth, and I will allow others to do the same. I will value the worth of my own vision and the vision of others. We are all on our own paths, making the decisions that are right for us today. Yes, I'll put that next to the Fool. Okay? And that is from the Language of Letting Go. The first one was Spirit of the Animals. Second is Language of Letting Go. And this one is called Soulflower Plant Spirit Oracle. This is a really nice one. It's really pretty. Periwinkle. Intertwining. All is well. All is as it should be. Periwinkle is here, helping you to weave together all the lessons and experiences of the past and all the wisdom gained, so that you can move forward with understanding, compassion, and forgiveness. Growth is assured as you find the courage to examine and explore new facets of yourself. I'm going to put that next to the Ten of Wands. Yep. And then lastly, an affirmation card. I have to look at the box or whatever to see what the actual name of it is, but it's really, I like it. It's got a nice little message on the back of each card. And the finish on the cards are really nice too. And I'm not like getting paid by these people. I just like talking about my cards. There are enough hours in the day. Set a goal to make the next 24 hours as productive as possible. If you need to rest, go ahead and rest. Okay. Then get organized and execute. You can handle anything when properly prepared. The actions required to achieve your goals will be fueled by your plan for the day. So yeah, this is actually really important, because if you're going to be going through some like hard stuff, this speaks to focusing on your tangible things, the things in your life that you can control in a healthy fashion that help you stay organized. The other thing that I want to add to this is that you want to pay attention to when you hit your limits, because sometimes people can just be like in a lot of pain and then they dive into their work and la-di-da. And then that ends up becoming like a tool in order to avoid like grief, like actively grieving. So it's like you've got to hold that activity in balance with yourself. You know what I mean? Like in your path in any path to healing, in a time of separation, in a time of deep grief, it's important to balance out your time and energy with doing good things for yourself That'll help you feel organized, and then also taking breaks and resting and drinking water and eating good food and going for walks and like taking care of yourself and really choosing the things that are going to be good for you, that are going to nourish you, okay? Good people, good friends, beautiful, like, healthy family members, all of that, okay? Okay, Gemini, this was a real whopper of a reading. And so, with that, I'm sending a lot of love and just all kinds of wisdom for you. I want the universe to just send you, like, envelop you in care and compassion for yourself and whatever decisions you make, and a lot of love and a lot of wisdom and just all the things, okay? All right, thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye-bye.